One more, okay.
It used to be presidential candidates might call on a kid at an event if they were looking for a softball question.
What are you going to do about all this bullying?
Now they get questions like this.
One of the reasons we're homeschooled is that my mom thinks that it's not safe for children to be in public schools because of the shootings. And I want to know what you plan to do about the shootings.
That's Scout. She's 8. That's as tough a question as Cory Booker faces on the trail.
So, Scout, I want you to know that of all the presidential candidates, there's nobody with more of a fire in me to solve this problem. And that I have a big, bold plan.
In Scout's case, her dad encouraged the question.
I'm trying to get them started on the right path so that they know they have to be involved in order to have their best interests being considered when decisions are made.
Victims and survivors aren't just numbers. They are human beings.
Often the questions are emotional, as Beto O'Rourke experienced in an Iowa middle school back in May.
I'm afraid that one day I'll go to school and I'll never come out. I'm sorry. What actions will you take to protect people like me and my classmates from this happening? I apologize.
No, you're good. Thank you.
I was in the room in Iowa that day, and I saw how that question got into Beto O'Rourke's head. And now, after a mass shooting here in his hometown, he's remaking his entire campaign, putting stopping gun violence right at the forefront.
There's just an urgency and a fire within me right now to take this right to the source of what happened in this community.
My beautiful 4-year-old daughter, Dayla, was struck by a stray bullet March 2011. As president, how would you address unintentional shootings by children?
Sometimes the question overwhelms the candidate. It's clearly hardest on the parents, like Andrew Yang.
I have a 6- and 3-year-old boy, as I'm imagining. I was imagining it was one of them that got shot, and the other saw it. I'm so sorry.
And then there's Joe Biden, who lost a daughter in a car crash and a son to brain cancer, whose personal experience with crushing grief helps him connect.
If you become president, what will you do to stop the sale of guns to unfit individuals and to protect high schoolers like me from the school shooting epidemic?
I understand what it's like to lose a kid. I've lost 2 of them. The fact of the matter is that your generation understands this better than anybody. And that's why it's going to change. I promise you it's going to change.
But if Biden's right, it'll be kids like Scout, too young to vote, too scared to stay silent, pushing the next president to act, that make the difference.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.